So Midas, how did you learn art? Any tips, tricks, or any good advice? I started drawing when I was very little. I drew a lot of Full Metal Alchemist fan art, and a lot of Tokyo Ghoul fan art, a lot of Persona 5 fan art, and then I drew a lot of Genshin Impact porn. And then I went to art school. Actually, I went to art school while I was drawing the Genshin Impact porn. Look, Kaya needs to be impregnated to the point of his lower belly inflating, okay? He needs to become flated real bad, okay? It's that is very important. And he also needs to be gagged like a bitch. I thought we said no Omegaverse earlier in stream. Well, I don't want him to actually give birth. I just want him to be filled with the seed. Anyway, core of amputation. Shut the fuck up, Para. Paradigm is one of the people that I've known for many years. And the moment that Para found out that I had an amputation fetish was the most awkward shit. For reference, Para doesn't have a hand. Look, having no limbs is incredibly... There's something there, okay? There's something there. No arms, no legs, no resistance. But that's how you know a friendship is strong, when you can get past that hurdle. Why am I doing this during the Neurosama art broadcast? I feel like I'm defiling my precious baby girl. I like femboys. I do like femboys. While I joke about impregnating Kai, it's less the impregnation aspect of it, because I don't actually want him to... I don't want male pregnancy. I just like him being bred, if that makes sense. Headless. Headless is very good. Specifically, brain fucking. That one's pretty good. Like when you stick it in through the ear or through the eye socket. Very tasteful. Maybe I just shouldn't talk anymore, actually. No, I'm not into piss or scat. I could not be any less into those. Those are actually like my 2 lines in the sand. 3 lines in the sand. Piss, scat, and underage. Like, no. Those are kind of my off limits. Everything else is like... Literally, I had a short where I was talking about cannibalism. Okay, I don't want to be an organ donor when I die. So I set it up as such so that when I die, that I can be used by necrophiles. Necrophiles and cannibals. Because, hear me out, this is probably the only way they'll ever get to experience that kind of thing, like, ethically and legally, yes? Otherwise, they would have to go through hoops, through less than savory means. I think that that would be a wonderful act of charity for me to do. Organ donors? There's 1 billion organ donors now. It's an act of charity, and I'm 100% against. Are you saying you don't like charity? Are you against charity? Chat, kill this motherfucker for being against charity. These are all good fantasy things. Okay? These are all things that are good in theory and your mind palace and all that kind of stuff. I think blood is attractive. I think blood is interesting. At university, I wrote like a whole paper, a whole thesis on preservation of organic material in the art world, like turning blood into oil paint. Why do you like blood? Any clues? Actually, I have an insight as to why I probably like a lot of those fucked up things. Early internet exposure, almost exclusively, and the fact that I live in the middle of nowhere and I've got no exposure to anything normal. There was a Guro hentai that was sent to me early. It was like 2009, maybe 2010. I was like 10 or 11 years old. A very fascinating individual was exposing me to bad material frequently. Specifically, the manga My-chan's Daily Life. It was like the first time I'd ever seen Guro, and the first time I'd ever seen it in like a sexual context and all that. And it was genuinely very traumatizing. Like it was Guro, it was rape, it was bad, right? But it was also like a train wreck that you couldn't look away from. And it sat in my mind for years, and it never went away. I genuinely think exposure to that changed me fundamentally as a person. Not for the better. And I was terrified of it. Like, I was disgusted by it too. And so when I started developing, like, inclinations towards that kind of content, I was, like, freaking out. Because it's just, like, I didn't want that. But, like, I found it attractive. Let me guess, your favorite game is Andy and Lele? I'm not into incest, sorry. How did you even get here? I don't know. I thought this was going to be a wholesome broadcast where I talk about my family. It was for a little bit, and now we're here. This is a very typical Midas cast. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not actually. Fuck you guys. Like, incest is the tamest thing compared to the rest. Yeah, well, it's also like the weirdest one to me because I have 5 siblings of various different ages. As a concept, that's so gross to me. Can we talk about something wholesome? I want to talk about